Hello korang, so welcome back guys to this channel. So selepas beberapa hari tak buat video, rindulah pula kan nak buat video. So hari ni kita ada satu game tajuk Behind the Broadcast, the Director's Cut. It's a game about kita sebagai satu scriptwriter yang maksudnya macam korang faham kan kalau korang pergi tengok news, orang baca screen, so kira macam tu lah. So kalau korang dah ready, duduk diam, makan popcorn dan jom kita tengok. The character you play as is called Alice, but you are free to choose whatever name you like. Go ahead. So aku bagi dia let's continue with Alice lah. So is Alice correct? Yes. Okay. Alice. Okay. Malam yang terang kini sudah. Okay, screenwriter position, preservation. Do you hiring committee? I am sending my resume. So kita sebagai seorang ni like wolf person. Okay. Set. Okay. So kita mungkin tak ada kerja, so kita cari kerja. Cari pasal. Jadi pasal tu aku. The Mushroom City. Okay. Iskandar cool lah, dia gunakan environment persekitaran lah sebagai like, kau kena tekan ni? Aku kena tekan, okay, sorry. Okay, a place where you decide to start a new chapter of your life. Journalist work become repetitive, and you knew that was a sign to finally take your life into your own hands. You move on, chasing your long-standing childhood dream of becoming a writer. Screenwriter probably. It was something you learned in school instead of socializing with the other kids in class. A sort of dissociation from the awful place. Writing all kinds of stories helped you develop as a kid. Mentally, definitely not socially. You never bothered to share them with anyone except your parents, who supported you in every way. They encourage you to pitch your stories to the big industries, but you never will yourself to make the big step. Yet, making stories into reality sounded like a dream come true, but all you really wanted was to be able to lend a helping hand to a bigger project. That was the main goal. Who cares about making your own movies when you can help talented people make their own? Okay, faham. It's not like your ideas were worthy of a movie adaptation anyway. Seeing your own name as a credit roll, all you really care about. So kita tak kisah tau, maksudnya kita tak kisah yang kita ni tak dapat jadi screenwriter yang orang kata yang megah, screenwriter yang itulah. Aku tak tahu dah berjalan. The feeling of being a part of something astonishing. And you believe this little city. Okay, diamlah, aku nak tidur. Where you going? The sudden loud car horn from outside jolts you right away. Shut your window. Yeah, tutup tingkap tu, tidur balik. Almost the perfect place. If you didn't live right in the middle of a busy road in some rusty old apartment. So kita di dalam apartment yang usang You didn't have much money, but everyone start from somewhere, no? Yeah, kalau kau nak orang kata kalau kau nak dapatkan sesuatu, kau kena orang kata from the below, from the bottom. Macam tu. You say, rubbing your eyes to adjust to the sunlight. It's been a few rough months for you and your roomie. Kita ada roomie, it doesn't say, damn. Apa aku cakap ni? Damn, siapa roomie kita? But you were determined to change that today. Okay? You look out the window to stare at the huge TV-shaped building right in the center. The job interview is today. You better get ready. It's 8:45, so you have a little over an hour to get yourself together. Your eyes shift to the folder with your script that lies on your bedside desk. You're going through all your papers among your other stuff all night, finding the best piece you could show off at the interview. But there was one particular script you were hesitating about. The pilot episode of your own show. This was by far the longest you have been working on a project, but it was such a silly idea. Almost unprofessional, you would say. You don't want to show something like that in a prestige studio. It was worth it anyway. Okay, dia problem kat sini, kalau kau rasa like kau yakin dengan benda kau buat, just go with it. You know, if it's your talent, just go with it lah. Like, you shouldn't, orang kata, you shouldn't think about it is a worth it or is it not worth it. Because, you know, opportunities come in every path. So, okay, continue. You shake your head and grab the folder, stuffing it into your bag. Once you open your bedroom door, you are welcomed by a nasty smell coming. Ew! I mean, kalau it's a good smell, it's okay lah. Kevin didn't clean the dish from yesterday. Aku dah kata dah, roommate kita ni bagi first impression yang tak bagus korang. Of course she didn't. You decide to not worry about that right now and make your way to the bedroom. Gripping the sink, you manage to turn on the water with your free hand. You splash some water on your face to wake yourself up. You look at yourself in the mirror. Damn, terserabut ni. God, you look ridiculous. Is this supposed to be the face of someone getting their dream job today? Well, not to speak too soon or get ahead of yourself here. You may as well absolutely fumble it, which won't be a surprise to you. Let's just focus on getting dolled up. After all, the first glance matter the most. Yeah, just a little bit touch up, like kalau kau tengok dekat macam ni kan, dekat tanduk ni macam pintar sikit. Telinga ni naikkan atas sikit. Dia make kat sini, like lipstick mah. Like perfecto. You may not make a phenomenal impression with your writing, but you could at least make yourself presentable. Get you some bonus points for trying. Yeah. You know, kalau nak pergi interview, dia punya impression tu penting lah orang kata ni. As you return to the kitchen with the whole request of getting some coffee, you are greeted by a familiar face standing in the living room. It's your roommate, Kiwi. She jumps slightly upon because she's look like he, bro. She looks startled for a second, just a second, relaxing immediately after seeing it was you. Alice, don't sneak up on me like that. Didn't you hear me walking around? No, I thought you were already gone for the interview or something. I still have around an hour later. Jeez, you want me gone that bad? She snickers at your comment. Bro, dengan smiling dia dah aku rasa tampar. You feel her gaze on you as you sluggishly fill the kettle with water. Stretch much? You have no idea. You groan sheepishly. It was obvious how tense you were though. Dang, you've been preparing for this day for weeks now. How long later? It's not like your future's on the line. Bro, it is on the line, bro. Aku nak pergi interview hari ni. Itu je aku punya ni. You gave her a sharp look and she raised her arms in mock surrender. Hey, if anything happens, you can always join me on my job. You mean cleaning toilets with you in the disgusting fast food joint across the street? Well, actually, I dropped one yesterday. Again? You felt yourself nodding quietly. This is not helping the anxiety already dreading your morning. The pay was bad, okay? And it was nasty. Her face grimaced.
But I don't have the money to pay half of the rent. Finally!
Yay, you go sis!
Speaking of rent,
Both of you were pretty much tight on money. With Kiwi's job hopping every goddamn month and you running low on savings from your parents, things were looking pretty bad for the two of you.
will we pay this month? I don't remember seeing the landlord lately.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were scared to set foot in here after the whole scene last month.
Hey, you told me to take care of it, so I did.
I don't think acting like a rabbit dog. Yo, I forgot what though. Making the old man run for his life when he barely walks. She rolls her eyes.
But it worked, didn't it? Cut me some slack. Grandpa's gonna kick us out anyway, sooner or later.
Not if we stay on good terms. Yeah, good terms, boy. You sigh hesitantly, slowly running your fingers through your fur up top. What? Oh, sorry. Whatever. It can be tomorrow's problem. If I somehow manage to survive today, you pour the hot water into your garfish shaped mouth. Your favorite.
Aren't you just a ray of sunshine? Come on.
She playfully swats your arm. Swats your arm as you stir your coffee.
You'll get that position, and I'll find my legs elsewhere. Hopefully.
You are delusional.
And you are awfully gloomy today. Good Lord, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
I barely slept. You add sugar and caramel syrup to your coffee as you stare her down. It never works to imitate her though. She steps back from you and opens the folder you set aside on the dining table. Ear flicking subtly in interest as she leans over to get a better glance, as if looking for something to speak.
Scripts?
What else?
Why did you include that crazy idea of yours in there?
Of course I have not. That's just between me and my absurd mind. Why did you learn even?
That's not my favorite. I'm sure for you appreciate the breath of fresh air. Why not just give it a try? See how it goes?
You shake your hand stubbornly, pushing yourself on the counter to snatch the folder from her hands with a small, inoffensive glare. Just make sure you clean up around the house while I'm gone, alright? I'm stressed as it is. Yeah, don't have to poke me at all. At me like a damn stress ball with your job situations. Shoving the folders in your bag, you grab your jacket. The Garfield mark is picked up by Kiwi, hastily going into the sink. Kiwi realizes but doesn't say anything not to upset you.
I hope you don't forget to brush the stress off your fur.
She noted as you walk away. Kiwi puts on her messy apron to attempt to clean up the laundry, becoming a game of Tetris at this rate. Okay. Damn, it's so dark. Like, you go to the interview in the night, kiddo. You make final adjustment to your coat and make your way down to the stairs. All the build-up stress is making itself more and more noticeable on your facial features as you think about the upcoming interview. Gosh, hopefully the work to the studio will blow off some steam. Otherwise, you might just lose your sanity before you even set foot in that God-forsaken building. Just as you start walking down the street, a sudden realization hits you like a bucket of cold water. The feeling of dread settling in your caffeine-addicted self. Oh my god, I forgot my coffee. The image of you leaving it on the counter suddenly hits you. No wonder you feel like crap. What time is it? 9:30. You still have a half an hour left. Oh, okay. Tadi dia kata hour left kan? So half an hour, okay. I could stop at the cafe, won't hurt to talk to yourself. Hey, shout out to the coffee gang one time, yo. We haven't spoken to Karen in a while anyway. She might even have one of her notorious motivational speeches ready for you, if you were lucky. So you won't combust the moment you step foot into that studio. The cafe is near anyway, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. Your shoes are heard scraping along the sidewalk as you sped walk toward the cafe, adjusting the bag on your shoulder. You push the door open, the familiar jiggle audible and soothing. Bro, every time kan, kau bayangkan every time you go into the coffee shop, you smell like the fragrance of the coffee beans. Like, that's the delicious smell lah yang bagi aku lah, yang, you know, for a coffee lover, and especially walking into that coffee shop and smelling that fragrance, damn, it's really good lah. And suddenly you are met with a cozy atmosphere that welcomes you into its embrace. It felt like a warm blanket around your collar. Your shoulders slumped once your body gave in to the lovely homey sensation. You wait in the queue like a civilized citizen, your eyes scanning for your flying friend. And lo and behold, there she was behind the cashier's register. Damn, bro, Karen, you go sis. Damn, you're so fine. It's almost funny. Both of you had the same streak of uninterrupted sleep. The dark circles made themselves known. Running a business while taking care of 3 rascals isn't for the weak. You wonder how the kiddos are doing. Been a while since you babysat. Have yourself a wonderful day, sir. Thank you for coming. Hello. Welcome to... Her eyes spoke up in your recognition once she see you. Well, looks finally decided to show up. Oh god, that's Ipex. You look a mess. Good morning to you too, Karen. You gave off a weak, exasperated smile. You look like you haven't slept for days. Karen waves a palm, cutting herself off with a friendly, humorous cough, resuming. Oh please, scratch that. Centuries. Before you could say something, her hands already got to work. Ah, you and your workaholic ass. She eyes up and down, raising a brow. But you terribly worrisome eyebags. Don't you look dashing? What's the special occasion? Was it really that bad? Job interview, you know how it is. Had to make myself look presentable. Oh, I see. The job interview? I had no idea it was today. And here I was, thinking you've grown bored on my old rhetoric. No wonder why your fuzzy ass can even spare a call, damn. You are down in a bad situation, bro. You chuckled at her remark. You two haven't hung out on a while. That was true. You were too busy thinking about all the potential disaster that could happen today to even fathom nudging anyone. Your smile faded into a familiar awkward demeanor. I just had to make sure my portfolio was perfect, spotless. I know I should have announced my absence beforehand, but I'll make it up to you, I promise. Kara smiled warmly. She shook her head dismissively with a light, friendly chuckle. Hey, don't mention it. You know I'm just messing around. Water under the bridge. She kept eyeing you up and down while her hands worked on your coffee effortlessly. Stress? You're the second person to asking me this morning. Well, you do look half awake. That's why I came here for the best morning coffee, hey? Flattery won't get you a discount. Had to try. Save your words for the top dogs who sit in the office on their butts all day. Right, so can I get my coffee, please? I mean, I haven't half an hour, you know. Your fur bristle, okay, at the reminder of what's coming up for you. Oh, you're not looking forward to the interview. Relax, I'm sure it will go as smoothly as butter. Well, we'll see about that. Before long, you pause, panic and realization dawning on your initial relaxed expression, fumbling around comically and flailing as you spin around looking for your absurdly absent phone in your coat pockets, your non-existent watch on your hand. Anything to tell the time until your gaze fell upon the clock right above Karen's head. 9:50? You felt your heart drop to your stomach. Damn, I'm late though. Shit, this is exactly why I can hang out with you. The time passes by so fast. You bury your hand in your coat searching for your wallet. Karen literally shoves her coffee into your hand and hits you with a stern look on her face. Don't worry about the cash. Get off my face. She shoos you playfully before turning her attention to the next customer. You gave her a small wave while pushing the door open. Break a leg, and if you don't get the key, do it literally. Is what you hear before the door closed behind you. With a small smile, you sped walk to the big TV-shaped building while sipping on your coffee, stopping dead in your tracks to take in the intimidating sight. Damn, there's a 1 tall building. It's bigger than you thought. In fact, it was actually huge. The entrance was all fancy up, with a red carpet and a few stars etched into the concrete. Looks like the big shots at the top are a little too serious about this or whatever was running this studio. You take a deep exhale that forms into a cloud, the morning breeze making you shiver. Or was that the nervousness? No time to waste, just get in there, think later. Your vision having adjusted to the daunting new environment, it was overwhelming. The bright lights in the hallway make you squint your eyes. If you weren't woken up properly, then you should run now. You shut the last bit of your coffee before throwing it into a nearby room. There are voices coming from all the various rooms, people chatting, machines whirring, coffee maker buzzing. Seem rather cozy. You shake your head, internally telling yourself to get a move on. Damn, that's a nice front desk lah, orang kata. You enter a new room that looks like a lobby. A massive map in the middle, surrounded by quality fabrics divans, plush satin pillows, and decorative plants, following the same signature color scheme. All of this look a bit expensive, or maybe you were simply too broke, and this is what ordinary people can afford these days. Nonetheless, you walk up to the map, your eyes jutting from the left to right to spot the office where you are supposed to meet with the guy. Damn, 12th floor? Perhaps you shouldn't have underestimated the inside. This place is huge. How are you supposed to find him in here? But just as you thought all hope was lost. Morning, lovely. You jump with an embarrassing startled yelp as a familiar voice emerged from the left. Turning to a face a woman you have never seen before. She looked just as confused as you, blinking twice at your abrupt outburst. There's an awkward silence between the two of you before you decide to speak up, acting as if that hadn't happened. Excuse me. I'm here for an interview with Before you could finish your sentence, her face lit up. Oh wait, you are here to make capital P, ain't ya? She proclaims with a chuckle, pointing at you before averting her gaze to the board map you were looking at just a moment ago. Oh yeah, no, that piece of wood won't tell you much. It's easy to get lost around here. I work here for ages. Even I can understand the point of this obnoxious board sometimes. Trust me, the woman beside you then kept talking and talking. You don't even listen to her anymore, as the only thing on your mind is being late to the biggest opportunity of your life yet. Oh, you are lost cause. Your hand is instinctively wiping the coffee remnant off. Oh, you hope she didn't see that? The monologue stopped the moment she registers your panicked expression. Boss office on the 12th floor, all the way down the hallway. She won't get lost from there, don't you worry. Oh, thank God. Wait, 12th floor? Ah, got it. Thanks for that. I would have been wandering back and forth if it wasn't for you. No problem. She let out a light chuckle, pretending not to notice the not so subtle movements you were making. But before you were ready to make your way to the elevator, you were met with reassurance from the unknown woman. Also, don't worry about the boss man. He may seem scary, but I can assure you he's a chill dude. Just don't push his buttons, and you will be just fine. She gives you a huge grin with thumbs up and takes off from the lobby to wherever she came from. Right. Was that supposed to calm me down or stress me out even more? Okay, kita tak dapat nama dia, so kita tak tahu siapa dia. The elevator dings and open up for you, the warm light blinding your weary eyes. What was it again? 12th floor. You push the button and the elevator doors close. Soft hum of the machinery can be heard as it makes its way all the way up with you. You start to feel the adrenaline kicking in. Bro, can we get elevator music, please? Oh boy, it's getting real now. Your hands are gripping the rails inside. You took your time shaking the rail off as its numbers go up. Higher and higher. Your impulsive thoughts for a moment thinking the elevator was going to break, adding to your nerves. You're not going to be writing stories for the paper. You're going to be on the big screen as an author. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, this is example of anxiety lah. Orang not anxiety, I think it's nervousness lah. Nervous kan. Okay. Your grip on the railing loosens as the elevator reaches the top. The elevator stops and opens up with ding. Ding dong. Ding dong. You are met with a long hallway right in front of you. So, all the way down this hall, at least that's what you remember, she said. With a group, you set out on the elevator and slowly walk towards the door at the very end of this unnecessary every floor. The closer you get to the door, the sweatier your forehead feels. Or maybe you're just getting dizzy. Your heart was audibly thumping outside your chest. It felt right. No time to think about such things. You stop right in front of the door, stretching out your hand hesitantly. And then you finally make up your mind. You know, the echo of the door couldn't be heard a few feet away, a new sensation to you. Nothing was heard from the other side. Maybe they are to focus on their work. After all, your interview may have caused them to cancel some of their meetings. No, that's nonsense. They emailed you a week ago. You didn't disturb their plans. You knock again, a bit louder this time. Okay, buka pintu ni. Oi, ayo orang dalam. Yeah, you are done for. This is because you arrived 5 minutes later. Are they testing you? Are they even in there? You know what? It was a bad idea. You are 10 minutes in this building and you already feel like it's telling you that you are not welcome here. Maybe if I go back home, I can schedule a different date. An unfamiliar tall shadow forms behind you and you feel a shiver running up your spine. This is it. You're not getting this job and you may as well not making it out alive properly. Bro, you just came for an interview. It's not like you were, forced to be there. You finally find the courage to slowly turn around, lifting your heads up to meet his gaze. Bro, I thought he's a handsome tall guy. He's a TV man. Both of you are dead silent for what feels like a minute. His eyes widened once he finally realized the situation. Oh, Alice, is that right? You blink a few times awkwardly. That's correct. Oh my, I'm terribly sorry for my lateness. Truly unprofessional for me. So much work to do and so little time, he says in a cheaper voice, while he's pulling out keys from his suit, unlocking his office. Let's get down to business. Please take a seat. So much happened in the span of 10 seconds. You feel like half of your brain just shut down. The TV-headed man musters all the scattered paper on his desk and murmuring something to himself. You try to collect your thoughts. Silly me, he exclaims, turning you to once again. I really am out of myself today. I haven't properly introduced myself. He extends his rather elongated gloved hand, something that throws you off for a moment. Mr. Puzzles, director, producer, and founder of Puzzle Vision. You shake his hand. So that explains the name and the TV shaped building. This guy sure has confidence. I've read through the stuff you sent me last week, but he sits down on his chair, folding his hands on the desk. I would like to know more about you. About me? I did say my resume if I recall correctly. Of course you did. But I'm interested in what brought you here into the doors of my precious wonderland, where everything you can think of, say, comes to life. You saw his screen spark with enthusiasm. You blink. Everyone can write a couple of paragraphs. High school diploma, good for you. But every idiot can get date this day. And you're not an idiot, aren't you? His TV screen flickers briefly. His arm resting on the table, you focus on your hands, remembering the folder as you fetch it. His TV head tilting to the side in amusement and curiosity. Ta-ta-ta. He leans forward in his chair, waiting for your response. You can practically feel his kiss on you, observing your every moment. It feels like even inhaling the wrong way could cost you your job position. Okay, Alice, calm down. He's just testing you. You put the folder filled with your scripts on his desk. I've been writing all kinds of stories. Watching different types of movies taught me to get a better grip of storytelling and characters, which also helped me discover my love for bringing these stories to life visually. So from writing books to writing screenplays. Exactly. I spent a lot of time learning how to shift narratives into visual structure. He stays silent, waiting for you to continue. Shouldn't he be the one asking questions? What else I'm supposed to say? I spent a lot of time diving into the behind the scenes of my favorite movies to understand the director's perspective. Way to go on remembering to use big words like that, please. What movie are we talking about? Animated movie or slashers? I'm more into animated movies. How to not train your dragon F Wolf Runner. Damn. Aku apa ni? Okay. He seems satisfied with the answer. Animated movies are one of my favorites, but I do appreciate any kind of storytelling, of course. Sci-fi, fantasy, horror if written well. He opens the folder you put on his desk, his digital eyes scanning through the scripts. You included some of your best short scripts. You called them pretty decent. It was missing a particular one you left home on purpose, still thinking if you made a mistake. No, you definitely didn't. You're not bringing a silly idea of yours to his attention. Any particular ones you are by far most proud of? Any you'd like to see yourself directing? The question lingers in your mind for a short minute, thinking of an answer. But just as you take a deep breath, he raised his finger. Heard enough? Yeah, you're a cook. Yeah, you're a cook, bro. So, just why do you think I should hire you specifically? Wow, that sounds like he wants you to get out of his head. And honestly, you wanted it as well. The air felt heavy in his office. Nothing was louder than your thumping heart. Okay, you know, macam the situation right now is better lah. You know, Like you interview one face to face, but rather than 4 people interviewing you at once, so macam the pressure is kinda low lah, that's what I'm going to say lah. Your hand went toward your heart as you threw yourself in the open, as vulnerable as you felt in this dreaded silence. Come on, sell yourself. Okay, dia kata tadi kenapa kita dia nak hire kita. Okay, confident answer, honest answer. So apa daripada pengalaman aku, orang kata kita kena jawab honest, tapi dalam masa yang sama kita confident, tapi jangan terlalu honest. Itu. So I'm gonna choose the confident answer sebab it better than honest, because sometimes honest ni dia akan buatkan interviewer tu terfikir yang okay, contohnya macam kau nak kerja sebab dapat gaji, so kau honest kau nak kerja sebab nak dapat duit, so it's just a stupid honest lah. So I'm gonna go with confident answer. Alright, confident answer is the key. I'm sure I am one of the best writers who has ever stepped into this place. I learned a lot about myself and I'm ready to spring into action with whatever you are going to throw at me. He looks at you, a bit startled by your blunt words. There's nothing I cannot do, I can tell you that much. I'm going to be very honest about you here, Alice. Here we go. He fold his hand, bro. Kenapa aku dapat chill tu? He fold his hands under his chin, his gaze sharp on you. I'm kindly asking you to take your things and leave my office now. Apa aku buat salah tu? Aku buat salah ke? Okay, I see. So, aku rasa mungkin dia nampakkan kita ni arrogant. Okay, but it's okay. You wasted no time after that stern tone, grabbing all your folders and stuffing them into your bag. Right, thank you for your time, Mr. Puzzles. He says nothing and turned his attention to his paperwork instead. Yep, better to leave and never show up again. You go home early that day, your ears spin down, recalling that conversation in your head. You couldn't fumble this up more. It's time to give you on the minimum wage job gig, I guess. So kita dapat ending part. Fired before you were even hired. Okay, I get it. Okay, right now kita akan pilih honest answer. So let's go with it. Honesty is the right way to go. Writing is something I started at a really young age. Bad way to start off. And I'm determined to keep pushing myself in the industry to gain more experience and learn more from the right people. I know things aren't perfect yet, but I know I can do more, much more. If I'm given the chance, I can prove myself. You can't tell if you are sweating, but if you are, then pray that your fur of yours is covering it. Then he finally speaks. You write with a visual eye. You try to speak for itself. He says rather calmly, but this expression is unreadable. I appreciate that, especially in newbies. You are writing as someone who actually watched the screen while they write. He closed the folder, his gaze now fixed on you. I'm going to be very honest about you here, Alice. There we go. I'm very fond of your writing style. I can see where you are coming from. You feel slightly better about yourself, but the look on his face gave you mixed signals. He was simply making an observation, not offering praises. This studio yearns for passionate people like you, but you are missing a crucial part of yourself. He looks you up and down. Self-esteem. And that's really important to us. We must constantly endeavor if we are to succeed, you see. Doubting yourself? There has no place in my studio. Believe in your work is one thing. Believe in yourself is another. At this point, just tell me to get out of here already. Say, if I were to hire you, would you be able to embrace this criticism and get a clearer picture of yourself? Is he actually giving you a chance? Absolutely. He hums in satisfaction. Excellent. Well, I suppose this is where our little meeting ends. I will get in touch with you through email later this day. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. For your time, Mr. Puzzles. You say without trying to sound awkward but failing. You scoop your files back into your folder and stand up. The pleasure was all mine. His voice was suddenly more lively, and with that, he turned his attention to a different flurry of paperwork on his desk, which was definitely your cue to leave. You closed the door behind you and let out a breath you didn't know you were holding. That was something. You feel your bag slide down the door a smidge before balancing yourself up once more. Can't say if I can call that a success, but better than being rejected right away. You actually had a chance, and that's all that matters to you now. This conversation did enough to drain your social battery. All you want right now is to flop on the couch and do nothing for the rest of the day. That sounded like heaven. No time to lose. You take the elevator and exit the building. The cold breeze, for once, felt refreshing after the interview. You take a deep breath and make your way down the road, straight to your apartment. It was a little over 10 in the morning and people start occupying the streets. The conversation between you and Mr. Puzzle still lingers in your mind. You don't know what to think about that guy. He didn't seem impressed, but neither was he disappointed. I guess I'm looking too much into it. You may as well never hear about him again if he doesn't email you today. Maybe he never intended to, and only say it to give you a false hope. It is the sound of violin pull you out of your thoughts, and you immediately knew who it was. Your furry friend stands on a nearby sidewalk, playing the violin calmly. A hat with a few coins in it lies right next to her. The soothing sound of the violin stops upon seeing you, her ears perking up. Alice! He yells out in your direction, arm flailing around. Your lips twitch upward at the side. You leave your hand in a brief wave and start walking toward her. But before you can say anything, she already starts peppering you with questions.
So, how did it go? Was it chilly guy? Did you get hired? Or did you fumble it up?
Alright. It could have been worse.
So,
He will let me know later.
that doesn't make you say no.
You make it sound even worse. You feel yourself cringe internally. She pats your... Dia punya muka aku geram betul. She pats your shoulder with a giggle, lowering her violin.
We should throw a party at our place then.
To celebrate my non-official rejection? You really are pushing my luck, dude. She lifts her arm and taps the air like she's knocking on wood.
Just in case.
You are planning on playing here for the rest of the day?
Actually, now that you are here,
Nah.
I don't have to deal with making emergency money. When Miss Moneybags will take care of it.
Bro, kalau kau jangan nak ni sangat jangan nak jadi ni sangat malas aku pukul je. She fingers gun you playfully, enjoying the look on your face. Plain deadpan. Just do it. I'll be the one laughing if he doesn't respond.
You? On laughing? Bro, that means you will be applying for a minimum wage job with me.
You roll your eyes with playful scoff. Fuck off. Sorry. Fuck off, dude. F off, dude. With a sneaker, Kiwi packs up her violin and the two of you make your way back to your so-loved apartment. You didn't tell me anything about the... sorry.
You didn't tell me anything about the guys.
Huh?
The big guys in the interview?
It's just some TV-headed dude who runs the joint. Mr. Puzzles, if I recall correctly.
Ah, I don't remember seeing that name in the news. What was he like?
Intimidating, scary, cute. Damn, you think he's cute? Kau dah menggigil kat interview tadi. So, I think aku nak save dulu kat sini. Sini quick. Okay, sorry. Okay, aku akan cakap intimidating. But what else to expect from a guy like him? He was honest about my work too, so I appreciate that.
So you think it will be a pain in the ass to work under him?
You gave her a sharp look. She looked offended for a second, letting out a hard hum with a shrug.
Oh, I'm sorry for being interested in what my roomie got herself into.
I know just as much as you do.
Maybe ask Karen next time you see her. She might have some insight into what this guy's reputation is around here. Maybe.
Maybe. Aku asyik salah ni je.
Wanna have pizza for lunch?
No, we have leftover from yesterday.
Come on.
It's spaghetti with tuna. You will get over it.
If that wasn't our fourth time having spaghetti this month.
Too bad your ass is banned in the kitchen after the oven incident.
It was one time.
And your last. So, Kevin is such a, orang kata, clumsy lah kalau benda sini kan. You enter your small cramped apartment and let out a sigh once you close the door behind Kevin. Enough talking about work. Let's find some crazy show to watch for the rest of the day.
Oh, is it even the eldest I know? You're doing nothing all day? Yeah, finally come to your sense, huh? Told you you will get burned out soon.
Quit being a smartass. I gave it all I got for the portfolio. If I don't get hired, may as well drop my screenwriter dream job and go back to JMS Media.
Damn! You're just thinking about the worst possible scenario. Sit your ass down. I guess I spaghetti from the fridge.
You couldn't agree with her. Your mind was in the wrong place right now. Once you plop down on the couch, your hands impulsively reach for the phone in your pockets, refreshing your email inbox. You don't even remember when was the last time you felt this anxious. God, this was horrible. Once Kiwi emerged from the kitchen with the spaghetti in her hands, you almost gagged at the sight and smell of it. Not because it was nasty, you simply couldn't think of anything right now. Until you get that email from the TV man. So, I get the nervous juga lah. Like, sometimes kau menunggu-nunggu kerja yang kau mungkin harapkan. But, you just didn't receive the call at all.
Another episode of Dululu SM came out. Wanna watch?
Sure, whatever. Anything to keep my mind occupied. With a sigh, you reluctantly put the phone down and turn your attention to the TV screen. The day passed by like a blink of an eye, and soon enough it was evening already. Your phone was dead silent, no notification sound was heard all day. All that built-up anxiety still hasn't left your brain. Like, okay, I know that it is hard to not think about that call, but at least give yourself a rest time lah. Like, you shouldn't think about like, okay, you get a call today. No. Interview is not like that. You gotta wait a few days, maybe a few weeks, maybe like maybe you get tired of that shit. So you know why? You don't know? Yeah. All that build up anxiety still doesn't know you. That dread, the forcing lump in the chest. Keep notice your expression and the way your tail keep teaching in irritation.
Not even a daily dose of cringy reality shows could put you out of this mindset.
Unfortunately,
Man, this sucks.
you bury your face in your hands with a groom, rubbing your eyes in hopes of waking yourself up a bit.
Huh?
Okay. You exchange surprised look with Kiwi before grabbing the phone from the couch. Staring at the screen nervously, it's displaying a red dot over your email app. Okay, this is it. Don't keep yourself up waiting any longer. The anticipation was killing both of you. As Kiwi overlooks, you push your back slightly with annoyance. You're not helping with my nerves, cut it out. You groan, but exhale nervously as you held the phone back up. Your finger hesitates for a second before hitting the icon. You start reading. Dear Alice, after our last meeting, I am thrilled to announce that you have been officially hired as the new screenwriter for Puzzle Vision. Yo, can we get a clap for this person, for this girl, yo? Please arrive promptly at our studio at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I am looking forward to work, Mr. Puzzles. Your eyes linger on the screen a bit longer, rereading the first line of the message, making sure you aren't hallucinating. Kiwi, meanwhile, impatiently waits for your reaction.
Dude, then you're ready. You're getting me all right up. To get damn it.
You shove the phone into her hands. What does it say? What does the message say? She looks startled for a second, but immediately turns her gaze to your phone screen, her eyes darting anxiously. You are trying to catch any slight changes in her expression. After what feels like an eternity, she turns her gaze back to you.
Dude.
Her lips twitch upwards into a white noise mark.
I freaking told you.
She starts laughing, handing the phone back to you. You reread the message, speechless. You really got hired. I got it.
You got it.
She gripped your shoulder, shaking you like a yes, sister, yes, yes, sis, yes, sis. Making your head spin for a moment before catching it in disbelief.
Told you we should have brought decoration at least. We have to celebrate.
She practically vibrates in excitement. You exhale, your breath slightly trembling. You actually did it. You did. The string was coming through. A couple of blinks later, you see her fetch her phone from her pocket.
I'm going to order us a pizza right away.
And once she turned her attention to the phone, you get lost in your thoughts. Okay? What should you lost in your thought for? So, this was it, huh? Whenever the wind takes me, I guess. You and Kiwi were watching random crap on the TV while eating pizza for the rest of the day. It was getting late and exhaustion was taking its toll on you. You want to be well rested for tomorrow anyway. With a yawn, the lights flickered off as the switch flipped. You couldn't be restless making this first impression. Not anytime soon. Bro, I'm so happy with Alice, yo. The alarm sounded. More than one was set to make sure you were late, but two of them were snoozed off. You groan as you put your head back down. Today is your first day. You are not missing it. Yeah, first day late is not something that we should looking forward to, love. After a quick stretch and hopefully remembering the dress for the studio per the email, what was it? Slacks, business casual, was it semi-formal? You don't remember, but it's your first day, so you scour through your closet for anything decent though, and decent enough. You should do it. Checking for everything, your bag, your wallet, ski. How far away was the studio from here again? After checking your phone, you are reminded it's a good 15 or so minute walk away. 5 if you go by car. Nothing happening. Gas is not happening. Gas is expensive these days. You don't even remember the last time you cranked up that piece of junk. Wait, I forgot to brush up. You close your bedroom door, quickly brushing up with a final look in the mirror before you head out. A swift closure as your head is up, big in arms, and you snatch your phone off the counter. A mind buzz as your message go off unchecked. Today was your first day at the studio. It could be enough to make you smile as you make your way Before you open your front door, your gaze linger a bit longer on that for the lying on the counter. Okay. I think this one that yang kita tak nak ni kan, yang kita tak nak bagi. I'm curious lah, apa benda dalam tu kan? No, you're not bringing it with you. Along the way, a familiar face stands to the side. It was Karen at the coffee shop you frequent, which you realize you forgot to make breakfast on the way. You know you forget something, and you remembered Kiwi's word from yesterday.
Maybe ask Karen next time you see her.
She might have some insight into what this guy's reputation is around her. Do you really have time for that? On the other hand, you are eager to know what you are pulling yourself into. And you might as well tell Karen you got the gig, though she's likely already seen the news on your social media. But do you have enough time? Actually, kita tak tahu tau, like, pukul berapa sekarang ni. But she is our best friend, and our best friend should know something that we achieve. Yes. So, okay. So, I'm gonna save this first. And then visit Karen. You nod to yourself. Yeah, Karen. She's one of your closest friends after all. Her advice was certainly useful, especially considering she gets all these part-time roles while being a full-time mom. She's a full-time mom, bro. Am I flirting? Bro, she's got that fine figure lah, dude. You felt uneasy just thinking about handling a work half as much. You try to rub your last drops of sleep away while walking up to Karen at her shop. The usual jingle, the line which makes you groan. Yeah, thanks for telling me I might be late for work. Morning, Karen. She simply nodded back with an expression that she was already ending her shift, until she noticed it was you. Her gaze lingers on you a bit longer than usual. Is my phone messy again? Don't you act on innocent now? I saw the status on your Instagram. No call, no message. She clears her tongue, acting all hurt and offended. Okay, to be fair, you did plan on calling her yesterday, but most likely forget about it the moment Kiwi ordered pizza. You roll your eyes with a chuckle. And that's why I'm here. To tell me you got a job or your coffee. Both. Right, She gets to work with your usual. No, but seriously, told ya you get it. Got yourself all stressed up for nothing. You point toward the croissant in the display case and Kayla's not in understanding. Actually, I was hoping you would know something about this P guy since his studio has quite a name around here. Oh, nosy around on your first day? Can't blame me for wanting to know who I'm going to be working for, and I suppose you know all the tea. Well, I'm taking that personally. You tap your finger against the counter like potting a little kid. So, the TV guy, huh? Heard about him here and there, eh? There isn't much that I know. Not sure if that's just my poor knowledge or if there is just so little stuff this guy has said publicly. Saw him a couple of times on some talk show though. So you are clueless. Do you want what I've heard or what I think? Lay it on me. He's a weird one for sure. You sure about the interview he once did with that famous YouTuber from here? SMG4, was it? My kiddos watch his crap all the time. But don't take my word for it, that's just what I'm thinking. You have nothing to be concerned about since the interview went well. Depends on how you define. Huh? I don't think he was really impressed by my work. It seemed he rather pitied me. You recall the conversation in your brain, that look on his face screen? A shiver runs up your spine. Oh boy, why are you feeling so unconfident again all of a sudden? What if his thoughts change after the interview? Your hands played flat as you focus on Karen again. Ears droop as her finger goes to the countertop again. Kerja sees this through her peripherals, trying to a new direction to cheer you up. Come on, Alice. What about a little series of yours where you had a whole pile of papers? Was he not impressed by all of that? What's up with you and Kiwi being so excited about a stupid show script? You haven't shown him? No! You know it's bizarre. The script has no place in my portfolio, and you know it. Who knows what he would think of me? She shoved the croissant with your latte into your paws, the streamy liquid jolting your eye wide awake as you take a sip, almost burning your tongue accidentally. Another shivers down your spine as you look back at her, as if expecting her to berate you for drinking it too fast. I'm gonna go there myself and kick that guy's butt if he even thinks about killing your confidence. Just keep it cool, alright? He gave you a chance for a reason. She says this while wiping some crumbs off the counter, gesturing with her other paw. You blink at her a few times, your grip softening on the cup before smiling warmly. She's right, partially. I mean, you're going there to improve and grow as a writer anyway, so critique is inevitable, obviously. Now the question is how he handles such situations. We will find out sooner or later. You still had a bunch of questions, but none of them came to mind before you were ushered out, since you didn't order anything else. Now get on going, or you will be late on your first day. Oh yeah. You're once again met with a cold breeze outside. Sipping on your latte again, you start walking. You almost bump into a strange man who suddenly emerged from nowhere. He looks at you startled. Oh, you're the Karen's friend, right? Is she inside? I was wondering if you could... WPNZ? WPNZ, what's the name, bro? How many times do I have to tell you to stop bothering me at work? I brought you some flowers. Get out! You all awkwardly move aside and continue your way, bro. WPNZ, you are my enemies, bro. She's mine, bro. That was weird. You walk into the studio scanning the environment. You have no idea what to do, where to go, or who to meet. Well, isn't that great? A nervous pit forms in your stomach. Why do I feel like a person like me has to please you? Are you looking for something? Shit! Should have ripped up my fur on the spot to make myself look like fresh roadkill. I'm new here. New hire. Oh! You're that furry lady from yesterday. I had no idea you were here for a job interview. They haven't hired anyone in forever. Now, what is the name of this fresh face, Alice. Well, Alice, it's nice to have you here. Although, I'm still quite surprised. Mr. Puzzle hasn't hired anyone in like ages. It's probably been one gazillion years since we have a new member. Huh, it sure seems that way. Well, bro, I can't read that, bro. You're studying blankly, almost dropping your coffee as you listen to this new woman. How the hell is she so active at 10 AM? So, you know, we just let her talk je lah kan. And Dewa was like, I don't care if it is Jessica. Just laying a sir 2014 and it makes her as flatter than it already is. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You sip on your coffee, wondering whether or not you will even told the truth about this gossip. Who is Jessica? And then I was like, yeah, I only drink organic, gluten-free. No milk, no carb, no sugar, no butter, no cream, no wheat, no grease, no potatoes, no tomatoes, no lamb, no ham. Oh man, what do I say? You clasped your paw together nervously and make a step toward befriending your new you weren't actually sure who she was yet or what her role was here. So then I was like, yeah, but it's so lame. Like he thinks he's all that, and I'm like not into that, you know. I recommend you stay away from him. You can always trust me with all the tea. Remember that. Mary and I know the rest. Who's Barry? Hold on, you didn't even ask who she was yet. Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't even get to know your name. You say with a subtle, awkward smile in hopes of not ruining her lively mood. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I can ramble way too much. Name's Linda. I'm the art director here at Puzzlevision. She reached out her hand to shake. You nodded nervously. The dynamic was too much, overwhelming as your hand almost crumpled a nearly finished coffee. Oh, she was an art director? She's the one directing the conversation like a freaking tennis match. You were almost where Linda was going to jut your arm to your face with how fast she was talking for a shit. One day I will throw you into the atmosphere. Yeah, Alice, new employee, writer, screenwriter. Yeah, you could find by yourself. And she absolutely started. Well, anyway, I'll be happy to show you around, okay? Oh, cool. This was it. A new networking connection, as professionals call it. Great. She takes your hand and start guiding you around the studio. This reminds me of the time So, kita just borak-borak dengan si Linda ni sampai kita lambat kerja ke macam mana? Yeah, so that's the time when I got my kidneys replaced with style bars. Oh, and there's the marketing room which you didn't hear it from me, or people get paid way more in the finance and marketing department seems, well, they handle the money. Oh hey, here's where you will be working, isn't that cool? Here's where you'll be writing and jotting down ideas for the script and totally getting paid a good amount, haha. I'm joking, by the way, if that wasn't obvious enough. Anyways, yeah, this is where you will position. You put your coffee cup on the desk along with the bag to decorate your new office. Thanks. You were genuinely still reeling from earlier, blinking a few times how it went so fast. New departments, lack of good vending machines, snacks, as Linda couldn't stop mentioning non-gluten. You gave a half-assed smile to her before glancing at your desk to point to it, gliding along. This is going to be yours. It's really nice. Well, thank you again for showing me around. Will do my best to be a helping hand with other talented folks around here. Oh, I'm sure your work is fabulous. Mr. Puzzle wouldn't just hire anyone, you know? There was this moment of self-sentiment. This is the second person who told you such thing in this place. Fabulous, huh? Yeah. You feel your fur relax. Your recognition was noticed after all. And in this dream job you work will be the next box office premium. Okay, yeah. You take a big ear. Well, I'm gonna get back to the art department. Those bozos are probably messing up some of the props, but I'll be here if you need me. And I'll send you over your task later on today. Good luck here on your first day. Lina waves goodbye to you and make her way down to the stairs. So this is it. Your new little cozy office to let your imagination run wild. As you unpack your things from your bag, the scent of the studio fills your senses. Paper, ink, and lavender. Oh, there's a scented candle on your desk. You catch yourself smiling a bit. You only met a few people, but everyone seems so nice already. You sink into the chair with satisfied sigh, ready to boot up your laptop. Until... aku rasa aku dah makan croissant tadi kan. Your stomach betrays you. Guess Karen's croissant wasn't quite enough after all. May as well around the kitchen Linda showed me earlier. It's not like I was given a task yet. Who knows, maybe I will get to meet more people. You roam the corridors, your ears picking up various conversation and sounds from others' room. You pass the lighting department and finally spot a familiar place you come across a room. Damn, this is like a school cafeteria lah kan. Punya besar, meja bulat. But I think I don't know lah kan, tapi if diorang buat meja bulat-bulat macam ni, doesn't that means it will be quite hard for a new person, a new people that just came out to the office, and especially the introvert one lah. Sebab the introvert ones memang tak nak, orang kata tak nak siapa-siapa pun sebelah dia. So I think the company, I don't know lah, the company thinks about that or not lah. Entering the canteen, you see several people sitting in groups, eating and chatting. They don't seem to pay much attention to you. What catches your attention is the large vending machine right across from you, filled with snack and soda. Bro, you kat cafeteria kan? Pergilah makan cafe tu. Your mind goes back to the conversation you had with Linda a while back. So, I think it's quite appropriate lah not to I realise lah, not to eat right now, sebab kalau kita makan berat, kita akan jadi sluggish macam makan tok, akan rasa apa. Your mind goes back to the conversation you had with Linda a while back ago. That thought is suddenly interrupted by your stomach rumbling when your eyes lock in the chocolate bar. Alright, one quick snack and then I'll get to whatever Linda sent over to me. You reach for the chocolate bar, struggling to get a grip of it once you shove your hand inside. Oh, says finally worn over the stupid machine, you notice a familiar shadow casting over you. Is that? It's like you are experiencing that same dreadful feeling from yesterday. You feel your heart drop into your stomach the moment you turn around and see the TV light shining right into your face. But before you could recover, you are met with his hand being shoved into your own. Oh, Alice, was it? Mr. Puzzle exclaimed rather loudly while shaking your hand. What a refresher to see your new face in my studio. His expression switches quickly as he noticed your startled look. He composed his set with a cough. Where are my manners? My sincerest apologies for taking you off guard. Bro, it's like I don't know what to say lah. Dia kata sorry, tak nampak kat situ. I'm not usually this forward, but I always want to make sure my new employees are given a warm welcome. His screen light up a bit, his color bar stretching into a grin as he noticed your hold of the chocolate bar. I suppose Linda has already shown you around the place. Yeah, that's right. Quite a place, I must say, but I wrap my head around things in no time. The light chuckle escaped your lips to lighten the conversation a little bit. You are trying to appear as casual as possible, but you feel your composure collapsing as his gaze seems to be piercing right through you. Aha, don't you worry about that in the slightest. All the talented folks around here will always be available to you, in case you find yourself on the wrong floor. It's not like I will appreciate having my employee wander the hall like a lost puppy, no. Is he aware of what happened to you the other day? Yeah. My dear, there's no reason to feel silly about such a situation. You will learn, just like everyone did here. Small step. Now tell me, were you informed by your task for today? Linda mentioned something about sending me later this day, if I recall. Later this day? There's absolutely no way you can postpone this. I explicitly told her to send over the instructions immediately. This place can have things later this day. His antenna coil faintly in his satisfaction. You can almost hear him huff despite not having a mouth. Was it through his veins? Guess I'll have to take matters into my own hands. There's a meeting happening in a couple of hours, where you will be introduced to our newest project. I will send you over the file to you right away. Once I will return to my office. He looks at his non-existent watch on his wrist and fixes his time. My, time goes by so fast. I must get on my schedule. Make yourself comfortable. If anything, don't be shy, just ask around. And with that, he comically turned on his heel and made his way out of the room. Well, that's certainly a shame in person, eh? Feels like you just talked to a completely different guy, but you shouldn't let that get into your head. He has high expectations of you, that's for sure. Better not disappoint him. You blink a few times, shaking off the nervousness that had your body frozen throughout the entire conversation. Better to get back to your office, I guess. So, kita kena prepare untuk meeting. Like, ada benda yang kena siapkan sebelum meeting. With a chocolate bar in your grasp, you move out of the canteen back to the writing department. Finding yourself back in the chair you had left a couple minutes ago, you gently free your tasty snack from the wrapper and boot up your laptop to check if Mr. Puzzle has sent you the document. However, your cursor over the inbox folder, you click and there is it. You keep munching on your pre-lunch snack while your eyes dart from left to right, reading the file. There goes the info about the meeting. You have already been introduced to that. Some will send info here and there. Since you are just a rookie, your main focus will be assisting in developing and researching. Nothing extra so far, but that's understandable. You will get there eventually. You don't know why, but you feel a wash of excitement rush through you as you read over the email again. The abrupt realization that you are actually doing it, your dream job. Suppressing your smile, you force yourself to focus. Can help, but imagine your works on the big screen though. They are only scripts and storyboard for now. Your hands fiddle with the keyboard before getting to work. Bye-bye, boring journalist world. Okay, so kita one step closer. Oh, dah 5.45 dah. Damn, 5.45. Cepat betul masuk jalan. It's almost time for you to go. There isn't really a specified time for you to clock out, but there isn't anything left for you today. You managed to take notes of some important stuff from the pitching, wrote some side ideas, mostly just quick concepts the director would be satisfied with. Met a few guys during the meeting, mostly just discussing production. But overall, it was okay. You tap your pen along the line paper on the table, wondering how many of your ideas would be streamlined. The smile came back as you looked at your notes and the few doodles aligned with them. A few minutes later, zipping up your bag, patting down your file paper with a relieved sigh. Your phone suddenly buzzed, interrupting you from packing your stuff. It was Kibi messaging you about dinner. Hey,
should I order something or do you want me to cook?
Dear God, everything but letting her step into the kitchen. Don't you dare make a single step into the kitchen. Order anything you want. I will be home in 20 minutes. With that, you hit send, saying while putting your phone in your pocket. You make sure your little office is nice and clean before turning off the lights. Your shoes echo through the corridors, making it a bit awkward when the other's room still seem lively. You hit the button on the elevator, impatiently tapping your foot, waiting for it to arrive. Which makes you wonder what. Clocking out? Your fur bristles at his familiar voice. He emerged from the elevator. Can I stumble upon this guy in another way by pure accident? It's getting ridiculous, oh my god. The CRT TV guy lets out a laugh, pressing his palm against his screen. Though it's hard to tell if he's laughing at this abrupt encounters or at the wild state of your fur. My, there was quite a face. His voice breaks as he tries to compose himself. That was a very unprofessional. Excuse me. How was your first day? Was that great? Yeah, we have a great time. So yeah. Okay, at least someone come in the door. If I make a wrong decision now, like professionality and good mood are the way to make an impression of the man. It was inspiring. Got to meet a few new people on the production team. Can probably say I'm slowly but surely learning ropes. He raised his digital brow, his grin saying the same. Well, that's exactly news. Glad to hear you're getting the hang of the things. Yeah, excited to see what else the studio has to offer. If you could facepalm yourself right now, you would. Why do you say it like that? We look forward to your contribution then. Keep up the good work. And with that, he walked past you, minding his own business. Well, that was awkward. Like any other interaction had with him so far. Okay, I think we made a correct decision lah. You push the entrance door, letting the cold breeze fill your nostrils. Rather welcoming feeling after spending your whole day in that building. You let out a big sigh, relaxing after realizing it was over for the day. You are still not really used to all of this, but you settled over time. Now, what will you do for the rest of the day? Maybe more writing to freshen your mind, or be lazy. No, you're going to be writing again. There's still that little project of yours you want to work on during free time. It's been a while since you focused on that. Now you're looking forward to what can be ordered this time. You instinctively face your foot and get your way back. Sorry, korang aku sendu kan ni. Mentally sendu. Sedu. Mentally cringing at yourself for stuttering in front of your boss. You stop in your tracks when your eyes land on a crumpled poster on the nearest public board. You recognize that logo. CC Pictures, one of your favorite film and production studios. It's been a while since you watched their movies. Okay, so CC Studios. I don't know what that stands for. Okay. It's been a whole week since you got the job at Puzzle Vision. Work has been piling up, that's for sure, but you don't mind. Linda has your back, and as much as her talking gets on your nerves, sometimes she helped you a lot to influence settlement. There were moments where you felt particularly useless, but you are trying your best to lend a helping hand to the project. You are doing a great job. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Who am I kidding? You are no ham at all in this damn studio. They are doing your everything to fill you in, and you still feel so out of it. What if Mr. Puzzle feels disappointed in you? What if you end up failing in his eyes? What if he regrets giving you this opportunity? Alice? Oh right. Completely forget you were conversing with Linda. Jeez, dude. For a moment, I thought you were falling asleep on me. You can tell if she's really offended or if she's just being cheeky again. Knowing her, it's probably both. No, sorry, just tired. Never get used to that, believe me. If I told you about my first few months in this place, it was so exhausting to get, and you are lost in your thoughts again. Was it exhaustion? No, you weren't physically tired. Mentally, most likely. There's so much piling up in your brain right now that it's slowly killing your motivation for everything. I think bila kau rasa like feel out of the world, you need someone to conversation tau. I mean, Linda is kind of chatty, but maybe you just go with the continue the conversation. Yeah, I get it. Guess I just need some time to put myself together. I can give you a recipe for my specialty if you like. I don't enjoy tea much. Coffee? Yeah. If you get the coffee, I'm with you. Trust me, you will feel brand new after that. You appreciate it. You appreciate her attempt at making you feel better. Thanks, Linda. I think I'll be fine with a cup of coffee. I'm gonna be here for the next like 5 hours anyway. It's just this once. Whatever you say, I'll be on my way now. We can chit chat more about this tomorrow. Hit up our department if you need anything. They are the ones staying here the longest usually. And Barry. Who is Barry? Appreciate it. piles of papers strewn along your once clean desk. The first day communities will go on at this point as you settle in. A stack of used coffee cup line your desk, and even a few coffee strings strain what was hopefully nothing important. You wrench as you pick one, and it was one of your pieces that was supposed to be stapled earlier. Damn it! Now you have to redo it. Multiple crumpled pieces line the overflowing trash can under your desk. You promptly throw them away. A clean slate is supposed to feel good anyhow, right? So, and orang like 11:35, damn. You're working so hard, dude. I mean, there's people like that lah. It was nearly midnight. You lost sense of time once you sank deep into the scripts. There were only a few people in the building, one of them being you, making one last arrangement. And you were done for today. Now you can go home, relax, and go over again the next day. Why are you feeling like this? This is what you wanted after all. Then why are you feeling so burnt out? You get up, grab your things, and leave the office as it is. Whatever. Maybe watching an episode or two of some lame reality show will make you feel better. You run your hand down your face, trying to wake yourself up a little. You almost didn't notice the elderly man mopping the floor in front of you. The two of you make eye contact for a second. I think even you are so tired, a smile can make someone's day. So smile. Your lips twitch upward into a faint smile. Imagine this is Barry, the janitor's mustard lift, as his oh. The smile interaction making you feel a bit better. See, I told you, right? A little smile doesn't hurt anybody. You approach the back door, bracing yourself for the wave of cold air that's about to hit you like a slap in the face. But just as you step outside, you hear a car trying to start up from afar. But it's not starting up. Instead, you hear the same sound over and over again. Damn, that car is broken beyond something. Curiously, you walk over to where it's coming from. And there is it. An old black Ferrari broke in the middle of the night. Can you imagine? Who owns an old Ferrari? Of course he is. Oh, stupid piece of crap. You can hear him cursing under her breath before exhaling slowly. But before he's about to open the car's hood, he noticed you start staring from afar. Oops, that wasn't really sneaky now, was it? He was a bit startled before clearing his throat. Wasn't expecting an audience this late. Please, autograph some other time. You can't tell if there was a cue for you to leave him be or if he's just looking around. You've already known him for a week or so, and let's be honest, you have never really talked to him outside the work. But you still push your luck and decide to approach him. Sorry, was just about to head home until I heard some noises. He seems to register what you said, but without participating his car. Noises? Oh, that was my beautiful shiny baby not starting out. His screen displayed a little tear in the corner of his eye while comically sighing. No idea what the deal is. I preferred in Sylvie last week, and now she's acting up all over again. Well, what can I do? I'm not a car expert, unfortunately. But before he closed the hood, his gaze fell on you. But what have you been up to this late in the studio? Just tweaking with the script a bit that were handed to me this week. Was a lot to do, and I feel like finishing it today. You said with confidence, hoping to impress him with your enthusiasm. But his face was saying otherwise. I see. He ponders for a bit before looking back at his broken shiny baby again. Oh, that wasn't the tone you work here. You are definitely in this guy's comfort zone and you are not blaming him. Looks like I have to call my mechanic again tomorrow. Golly, luck is really not on my side this week. We let him talk, nodding quietly. I was hoping I'd listen to some tunes on my way back, but oh well. Fate had another plans for me tonight. And as he makes a few steps towards the street, he stopped to look at you. Say, you are heading home on the foot as well, Alice? Yeah, it's only like a 20-minute walk, all by yourself at this hour. I wouldn't be much of a gentleman if I didn't ask whether you would enjoy some company on this little midnight walk. Now, that's something you were not expecting to hear. Is he asking you if you wouldn't mind walking with him to your place? I mean, the city stroke is really pleasing to wander around this late. But wouldn't this make kind of awkward? I think sebab dia bos kita, kita boleh berjalan dengan dia. Tapi if dia buat something bukan aku macam macam tu. So walk home with him. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. I wouldn't mind actually. Puzzle screen lights up a bit. His grin never leaving his face. Lovely. So lovely. Together. So here you are, walking next to your big TV boss man. Hands shoved in your pocket as you awkwardly stare at the shadow illuminated by the street lamps, which were the only light source in this pitch black evening. Aside from his glowing screen, staring at the shadow made you realize how tall this guy actually is. The sky sure is full of stars tonight. Makes you wonder if each one has a story to tell. Is he talking to himself or directly to you? Maybe you should say something not. Ma, you shouldn't look tense. You okay? He tilted his head to the side, his digital eyes falling on you. You are not sure how to respond, so before you manage to utter a response, he starts talking again. Your eyes flicks, showing you uncertainty as you feel minor goosebumps again. Is my presence that intimidating? Oh, that's adorable. A little chuckle escaped through the metal head of his. His screen displayed the same smug look before quickly changing to a slightly panicked one. Am I making you uncomfortable by any chance? I mean, kita dah kenal dia beberapa hari, so maybe not. Maybe kita akan pergi kat nol je sekarang ni. Huh? No. You try to brush off the embarrassing tension in the air. The last thing you would want him to think is that his presence creeps you out. Just intimidated. Yeah, my bad. He's especially relaxed, turning his head to face the street again as you two continue walking. You can't tell if he did that on purpose in hopes of getting you a bit loosened up. But either way, it's kind of awkward. Can't blame you for feeling a bit anxious around my persona. He adjusted his tie with a proud smile on his face. I don't think I heard about you before I applied for the position. These words come out of your mind before you can stop yourself. He looks genuinely surprised for the split second. It seems you piqued his interest with that little comment. Oh, excuse my little old self for making assumptions. Interesting. You're not from here then, Moving here just a couple of months ago. Still settling, I suppose. A rookie and a foreigner. That's quite a big step, I must say. May I ask, what made you take such risks? My passion for writing. I dreamed big ever since I was a kid and thought this was finally the time to take the chance. You let out another nervous breath as you choose your words carefully. At my studio, he hums in appreciation. This takes you back to your first ever interaction in his office. But this time it wasn't a job interview, just a casual chit-chat. Well then, I'm very glad I got someone as passionate as you on my team. It's not every day you see talented face in this city. He gives you a warm smile. You quickly return the gesture. Your shoulders finally relax, the awkward tension slowly disappearing into the thin air. Maybe you were overreacting a bit. May I ask you something? His antenna perked in interest, waiting for you to speak up. You hesitate for a moment. Why? Consider giving me this chance. Your hand shuffle out of your pocket, a paw on your chest. He looks at you puzzled. I'm not an experienced writer. My portfolio was filled with wacky ideas. I have zero experience working in industry. It was just all messy. You were settled into the TV guy's head. Silence filled in the air like a dramatic pause in the middle of some mediocre film. How else will you be able to develop and grow as a writer? I give you an opportunity, not just because. He waves his hands around, declaring his point. I don't hire people based on their diplomas or past experience. I know self-driven person when I see one. I see your self-esteem hasn't brightened up yet. He squints his eyes at you. Will we work on that sooner than later? He must have noticed the slight uncertainty in your face because the moment you return your gaze to the pavement, he says something that catches your off guard. You see, I was once like you. No confidence, constant doubts. I dreamed big years ago. Never thought I would make it this far. Always think highly of yourself, no matter how ridiculous it may seem to others. Even if I ever let you down or criticize your writing, you can always just say, "Oh, the dumb TV Edward thinks he can affect me with his silly word." Of course, criticism is very important, especially in the filmmaking industry, but it shouldn't always be constructive criticism, which will be the only criticism you will ever hear from me. He ends his monologue with a friendly hum before looking back at the sky. So realizing si TV ni dia macam agak considerate lah. I mean, okay, apa yang aku boleh summariskan, dia jenis orang yang suka orang yang cocky tau. Dia suka orang yang try their best. That's him. That's just how he is. Macam tu. Come on, Alice. Say it. Tell him about your shows. Oh, so this is when. Okay, guys. Should I know? Should not. I mean, on the other hand, it feels like the script is already like a bad one, macam buruk dah, teruk. But on the other side, kita tak cuba, kita tak tahu apa akan jadi. So, I am the person that suka mencuba, so I will tell him about your show. I have a pilot. What was that? Like a script for my own show. It's only a pilot episode as of now. I work on story building outside of work. He generally look interested as you keep talking. You hesitate. Your hands feel sweaty as you internally panic. But it's such a silly idea. It's more like my own thing to work on. It's nothing serious or fancy. No. Go on. I'm listening. It's called Rabbit's Freak Show. It's like a mix of comedy and physiology. Okay, physical. Bro, that word is there. Just pronounce it. Psychological horror, which makes it a bit hard to write it right. She blinks a few times, a little loading icon appearing in the corner of the screen. I don't recall saying this in your portfolio. Oh yeah, I haven't included it. Not really what I want to show off with. That's always what they say. Yeah, it may be the next box office hit. You let out a light chuckle to acknowledge his attempt at being sarcastic. Say, why don't you bring the script over to me tomorrow? I would love to take a look. Is he serious? You are serious? Well, of course. One of my employees is cooking something up behind the closed door and I don't get to see it. He emphasized the second sentence with a playful, hurtful tone, his hand clutching his chest. Bro, He's such a cool boss lah. I mean, agree. Sure. You say with more excitement than you intended to. Father's expression lights up, like he hasn't been grinning the entire time you were walking home. That's when you notice. All that talk went by so fast you see yourself in front of the building. So this is your little place? You awkwardly nod. Well, now he knows you're broke ass living in some tumble-down apartment. But before you make your way to the entrance door, you turn to him. Thank you for the encouragement and for walking me home, I suppose. No need to thank me. I enjoy our time together. I'll be waiting for that mysterious script of yours. And with a mischievous snicker, he walks away. Well, that just happened. Whatever they all meant, it's definitely a mark on you. Seeing him being interested in your work has stroked your non-existent ego. You push your door open, your gaze falling to the dirty dishes in the kitchen. You were about to lose your goddamn mind until you saw Kiwi creeping on you from the bathroom.
Don't worry, India, on your way home. Where were you? It's the middle of the night,
she says while walking out her bedroom. Her posture was something. Ew, bro, Kiwi, basuh tangan tu. Got busy with stuff, but you better explain this other mess in the kitchen to me right now.
Got busy with stuff is all you say after coming home hours late?
Of course, you forgot to tell your roommate about lingering at work. That wouldn't be you. Okay, yeah, fair point. I'm sorry, I had some writing to do and wanted to be done with it by today. Well, also dealing with that, I got lost in a conversation with my boss as we walk home. So here goes your
Boss? Walk you home?
His car broke down.
That boss?
What's the matter?
I don't know. Wouldn't you scare the shitless of that guy?
That's one way to put it. Maybe I was overreacting about the world getting fired if I let him down stuff. Haha.
There you go. So yeah, he will be fine with the guy. Though I still find it odd he walked in the middle of the night.
I know it sounds silly, but it was actually kinda nice. I wasn't much of a fan of walking home all by myself in this pitch black.
Yeah, that's like walking with a guy you barely know for a week is a good idea.
Okay, now you're just trying to kid me out. She shrugs, giving you an innocent look. Now, this topic is over. What's up with the kitchen?
Since I'm such a nice roommate, I thought I'd be making some dinner for us to make you think better of me.
You're not buying her shit. And she figured.
Okay, you didn't give me an instruction today, so I wanted to do something on my own.
And the kitchen's current state is the result. Her eyes flicker to the stove, then back at you. A petty, awkward laugh is the only thing you hear. Right. You were pretty drained out after today, so once you took care of the food, you went straight to your room, calling it a day. Once you sleep under the warm covers nestled up, your head peeks out to fixate on the folder lying on top of your desk. His word lingers in your mind. Say, why don't you bring the script over to me tomorrow? I would love to take a look. Fine, I'll show him. Damn. Okay, so kita tak boleh tidur. Bro, nice animation lah. Simple but nice. Okay, kita look at the folder. So kita macam fikir kan, actually it's a bad thing or it's going to be a good thing, or it is going to be the worst thing that could happen. The walk to the studio was actually pretty exciting the next day. The coffee in your hands warming up your paws in the cold morning. You folded with the script and tow. You were in a good mood considering how worn out you are usually early in the day. You are wondering if that little chit-chat with your boss was the case. Maybe. The moment you step into the cozy building, you're met with a few people carrying a ladder, and next to them, a familiar face. Careful with the merchandise. Oh, Alice, you were sent from the above. Do you have a moment? You literally just got here, so you're supposed to. What's up? New supplies just arrived. She was up to you within to catch your breath. I didn't think it would arrive today, let alone the entire order. Told the big P that there is no need to buy new costumes and props, and he still went on and brought the entire stock. Now there are like 4 vans waiting outside, and they're supposed to be the one taking care of it because the rest of the team hasn't arrived yet. So I like Linda. Like, macam aku kata lah, she's a bit chatty, but you know, it's not like she's macam dia memperendahkan kau, tapi dia more like to the story semua benda kat kau. So kita tolong dia. You want a helping hand? I'll buy you your full fat chocolate bar if you do. A comedy pause stagnant for a few moments before you nod. Celeste, we will help her either way. We want to carry as much as we can by ourselves by the morning. Oh, sorry. She explained while dragging you to the back door by your arm. Don't mind your drivers, by the way. Super rude of farts. Probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And before you could process her words, you see the old dudes by yourself, which give you enough of you to rather not even look them in the eyes. You didn't even notice Linda's quiet observing while you were too busy making sure your eyes were fixated on the playing room. Well, I'm surprised you look functional today after leaving work at what, midnight? Huh? Oh, yeah, well, guess I was excited for work today. That's the spirit. What got you fired in the knees? She says the last question through grated teeth the moment she picks up a heavy box from the bank. Do you really want to tell her? You don't even know what you should be ashamed of, but suddenly tell you to keep your mouth shut. Had a little chat with a friend of mine the other day, and their words really encouraged me to keep it together. You blurt out as you pick one of the boxes and scurry after her. Motivation boost! Nice to hear your friends have your back, which remind me of that one time. And here we go. You were actually thankful for the topic shift as you didn't want her to dig into your situation any further. That time in Zumba class where we were doing in this difficult pose and I could have a laugh as someone kept telling a joke behind the structure. Haha. My arms keep wavering trying to keep it together. She let a small snort, shaking her head. Not only, but luckily I had someone bring me a matcha. Have you had one of those? Anyway, I didn't even keeping. She did all that talk while keeping an assured stable of the box, somehow not losing a beat. Oh, right, Zumba, matcha. No, I don't like tea. Your mother was hissing, making sure the box in your glass doesn't fall on your foot. It was oddly heavy considering its size. She let out a big sigh as she put the box down carefully, almost got her fingers. She didn't want to mess up her manicure for sure. Matcha has been trending. It's important to recall what is it when writing, you know? Even though some of the recent ones have been, don't get me started on what the hell Labubu is. You saw her actively grimace. My friend's kid was begging for one of those and what? It got stolen by some other kid. Bro, Labubu is mahal tu memang lah kena ni. Those blind balls are really good, yeah? Weren't Labubus those new things people would often get themselves scammed with? You recall reading about that in one of the headlines online. Maybe you were getting a bit old for this stuff. She looks back at you with a sympathetic smile as if thanking you for listening. Anyway, it shouldn't be us hard-working creatives doing the heavy lifting, she mentioned with a huff. Around here, they don't get paid to slack around here, don't you worry about it though. You've been doing cheaper so far. You gave a half-hearted smile, setting your bob alongside her. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get going with it now. I spent the rest of my morning carrying some box. Thanks for the help, hon. See you around. Yeah, see you around, Lindy. Lindy. Aku dah bagi Lindy belakang dia. You waved her goodbye as she set off to her department. Now you had to go back to your regular schedule, which was another meeting, and more table readings with the director and writer. While you were looking forward to that, you couldn't shake off the excitement about Mr. Puzzle's potentially reading your script. If he really was serious about it, which we hope he was, he did sound genuine when he talked about it. You put the folder next to your now unpacked laptop, taking a chocolate bar from your pocket while waiting for your machine to boot up. Your eyes take a quick glance at the folder as you rip the foil off. Don't think about it. It's early in the day to bother him. Surely he has a lot of stuff to do, and you can always drop by his office later. You catch your own leg bouncing the more you think about it, which makes you grow up in frustration. Okay, sure, whatever. I'll just go now. He'll surely be pleased to see my face this early in the morning. You scoop the folder under your arm and throw the crumple of chocolate wrapper into the bin. You miss. Of course you did. Reluctantly standing up, your palm meets your face in a begrudging manner. Sliding down precariously, you pick up the wrapper and shove it inside the bin. A low growl in your tone at the self-appointed clumsiness. Okay, so I mean, takkanlah dua orang yang akan, bad mood kan waktu masa masuk kerja. So, I think it's a good choice that they pick untuk pergi terus. Now, just a quick stop at the boss office and back to work. And the moment you open the door, why I am not surprised by this? Yeah, don't even mention it. It is getting ridiculous. His crisp brightens upon seeing right in the door frame. Oh, Alice, what a surprise! I was just about to visit and ask if you have your mysterious script with you. His cheery voice snaps you out of your shock. You did get scared, but you made sure it wasn't as obvious as last time. Yeah, I've been right here with me actually. And the moment you reach for the folder under your arm, he snatched it right from your grasp. Wonderful! You wouldn't mind me reading it in my office now, would you? I'll come back to you as soon as I can, if my workload gives me a breather today. He said the last bit in a whispery voice, prolonging his words with a chuckle. Of course, I wouldn't mind that at all. Your hand gestured a wave forward motioning awkwardly. Excellent. And with your folder shoved under his suit, he disappears into the hallway. Your gaze lingers on him a bit longer before shutting the door and returning to your desk. Your stupid script with him now, turning back. What's the worst that can happen? The fact that it's so bad, he will give it back to you without saying a word. Having some faith in yourself, goodness. He didn't say those words yesterday for nothing. Okay, kita menunggu dengan rasa berdebar-debar apa yang dia akan cakap. Okay. Your work is done for today. No need for you to be staying here any longer. Yesterday was enough for you, and you for sure don't want Kiwi to take care of the food again. Once you are packed, you leave the office and ponder for a bit in the middle of the hallway. He hasn't showed up since morning. You wonder if he really is busy today or if he has simply forgotten. And you wouldn't blame him if he did. It's not like he was obligated to read it all in one sitting. Your finger tapped against your side as you thought about it before fixing up your sleeve. What if he also was that indulged? He was nothing but a loud stand-up figure. Still, your curiosity is glowing at him, leading you to his office. So before you can properly think about it, you are already standing inside an elevator. Pressing the 12 button, the elevator hums to life, and you impatiently tap your shoes against the floor. Is this a bold idea? Most likely, but it's not like he's going to rip your head off. You step out and make your way right in the hallway. It feels like yesterday when you walked down the same hallway, preparing yourself for the hallway. Funny, he was so different back then. Okay guys, ready untuk news? Ready? Kalau aku terangkan macam tu, aku dah pingsan dah kat sini. You weren't even sure how you should formulate your question. Hey, you read my script yet? Can I have my script back? What do you think about my serious story? Whatever. Something is going to come out your mouth anyway. You knock. There's no answer. You knock again. Jangan cakap dengan aku dia ni apa, dia tak ada kat office dia. Your boss crushed the knock. Now you are getting really bold. But to your surprise, the door is locked. Oh, he's in his office. You shouldn't be surprised since the exact same scenario happened on your first encounter as well. Instinctively, you turn your head around, scanning the hallway, but you see and hear nobody. Yeah, he's out for something important for sure. Better head out before he sees you potentially snooping around. Walking past the lobby, you wave to some familiar faces before pushing the entrance door. It was unusually nice outside, which you didn't mind in the slightest. With not many plans for today, you can stop by for a snack and a nice warm cup of coffee at Karen's place. Maybe he will have time for some gossip. That thought made you chuckle. You begin walking the familiar path to your favorite cafe, suddenly praying to yourself for fewer customers, so she would have time for you. You are interested in what she will say. Alice! You recognize that voice immediately. With a sharp turn of your head, your eyes search for the TV man in the crowd. And there he was. Why is he here? Man, are you heading to the same cafe as me? What a coincidence! He waves at the folder in his fan while giving you a warm smile. Is that the folder? I never knew you were getting coffee at the same place. There's that color-beared grin again. Life is full of surprises. I have your little script here with me. Thought I should return it to you. Oh, you read it through it already? I have. Oh. You take the folder from his outstretched hand, studying it carefully into your bag. I didn't think you would have time for it today, considering you must have been busy. Busy doesn't even begin to cover it. Work nearly devoured me. But I was really looking forward to this. He gestures toward your bag with his index finger before folding his hands together. And since I have a few minutes to spare, I'm grabbing a quick coffee to get some rest on my overheated processors. Say, would you like to chat about it? About your story, of course. Do you have time for that? I'm sure they will be fine without their favorite boss around for a short while. He hums with a smile on his face, his hand shoved in his pocket as he wait for your reaction. Yeah, actually, it will be great. Well, let's not waste any time then. He walked past you, grabbed the door handle before opening the door wide open. The cozy environment welcomes you with its arm wide open once you step inside. There wasn't even any queue, which didn't really matter when your plans unchanged at the last minute. Both of you walk up the counter, Karen's nowhere to be seen. Must be busy in the storage room. You said you come here often? Yeah, it's my favorite place to stop by after work. Oh, nothing can beat a nice cup of coffee after a tiring day at work. I do come here myself sometimes, but only exceptional. Don't want too many eyes on me outside of the workplace. You know what I mean? Alice. I was waiting for you to stop by. Do. Okay, aku rasa. Okay, my assumption is that they are both lovers, like ex-lovers, or dia buat hal dia bergaduh dengan si Karen. So, aku tak tahu macam tu. Hi Karen, I suppose you know about Mr. Puzzle already? I never saw him set foot inside this cafe. Oh, that's funny. I remember being so with someone else. Perhaps I stopped by off your working hours? I'm the only one working here. One doppio espresso, please. I'll have the usual. With a suspicious look on her face, she reluctantly turns around and gets to. That was weird. I would say so. She probably never called me stopping by. Which is very weird. He ends his word His eyes were a shapely shackle, his tone betraying a hint of embarrassment. He seemed really nervous all of a sudden. Or at least it looked like nervousness to you. Here's your order. Yes. Your furry friend placed both cups on the counter right in front of you two, but before she lets go on Puzzle's cup, her eyes gave him a slight glare. He just gave off a sweet smile. Bro! Find a room, bro! Thank you! You are not going to question it. Do you want to take a seat by the window? It's my favorite spot. I don't see why not. Both of you sit across from each other, the hot coffee burning in your hand. Your face relaxes the moment you put the cup on the wooden desk. Your eyes catch how his fingers fidget with the cup lid. He composes himself the moment he feels your gaze on him. So, your script? Mm-hmm. You take a light sip of your coffee, the warm liquid satisfying your throat. I'm honestly kinda nervous about your thoughts on it. Oh? Why is that? I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from you. The words clearly amuse him, judging by his expression. It almost looks like he's trying to hold a sneaker. Does it look like I came to see you just to remind you? Don't be silly. No, as I said before, I was thrilled to talk to you the second I finished reading your little story. It has so much personality, really. I'm almost disappointed to hear you hate this from me. His voice turns wounded, as if he's trying to make you feel sorry for him. You crack off a weak smile. For how long have you been working on this project of yours? Might have been a good 2 years. I'm honestly not really sure. As I said, I work on this occasionally when I'm free. You rub your shoulder, reading his reaction for the worst. Watching his digits circle the coffee is not happening enough. What a shame. I really like where this is going. And the way you keep it suspenseful when it comes to that rabbit's dialogue. My head had a hard time imagining what it was he really wanted. Oh yeah, I try my best to keep him mysterious when it comes to his intentions. He's far more mysterious than the other characters realize. I like keeping the audience guessing about what he has up his sleeve. For my role as the audience, I can assure you succeed with that detail. His gloved hands leave the cup lid as he takes a sip of his coffee. No, don't ask him how, at least not now. I hope the cup characters get more development though. Those two pathetic guys? Give them some credit. Their dynamic was so well, I wish to see them hanging outside the circus. That actually is a good idea. I was liking filler scenes anyway. You said this most of yourself, but it seemed to register yours. Does this earn me a spot in the credits? You couldn't help but chuckle at his remark. Oh, don't be ridiculous, at least. He's just making a pun. You're glancing down at the remaining coffee in your cup, pondering. I'm really glad you like it. The script, and the story in general. It's recycled too. It's a funny, wacky idea. He rolled his eyes, with as emphasized. More like self-indulgent. Self-indulgent doesn't mean bad. I like writers who are afraid to express themselves in their work. And this project seems to be very important to you. It's admirable. Let's get to why I want to talk to you in the first place. Is this or not what you wanted to chat about? Well, there's something else I want to go over with. It is surely more important to you than my constant talking. I'm listening. Alice, your project really piqued my interest. I'm sure you have already noticed. And I'm curious about your point of view, whether you will be interested in making it into reality. You swear you just felt your heart drop to your stomach. Do you hear him right? I'm sorry? It's as simple as it sounds. Do you want to make it into a show? Oh, he's just observing your reaction. No way he's being serious here. Play it cool. Okay, in this situation, okay, you can, kau boleh pilih sama ada kau nak continue benda tu jadi movie. Kalau kita accept, betul jadi movie lah. Kita cuba. Tapi kalau kita reject, like, it's not going to get our job loose, right? So, I'm gonna accept lah. Because I think this one is the most appropriate choices. Of course, I will be honored. Splendid! That settles it then. He gets up, adjusting his tie, smoothing out his suit. Wait, what? Wait, you were serious? He looks at you with a baffled expression. Did I come off ironic? No, Richard. Well then, I see no problem. He says before placing money on the counter. Finish the script and bring it to me. I want to be updated on every step of progress. And those were his last words before he made his way to the exit. Did he really just drop this bomb on you and leave? Okay, tak, aku confused. Like, dia bagi kau peluang untuk jadikan ni. So, I'm going to let him go lah sebab What just happened? You feel your fur rising as your eyes lingers on the cup he throws up. Your hands shake before slamming the table. Karen! Did you hear that? She's taken aback by your sudden action. Hear what? Did he cause any trouble? Her eyes get... Bro, aku rasa memang ni lah. Diorang ni bercinta. Bro, diorang ni bercinta. Tengok daripada dia muka dia pun dah tahu dah. Like... Her cat ears waved back in surprise. This was definitely a new you blooming in front of her. No, I'm getting on my own show. Well, if I don't mess it up. Okay, slow it down a bit. What exactly happened? Okay, long story short, I got to share with my boss outside working hours and she seemed really interested in my work, so I told him about Rabbit's great show. And now, he asked me if I want to make it into a real show. She looks at you, dumbfounded, processing your words. And in her one hand, she could see your tail fluttering back and forth in excitement. Since when are you and the TV birds? Her words made you contemplate for a bit. But, no. It was all a coincidence actually. You two come into the same cafe. And his car breaking down in the middle of the night. Excuse me? He walked me home the other day. Her face scrunched up, one of her ears flicking. Alice, I work here every day, every hour, and I swear on everything I love. These guys have never broke anything in this cafe. Ever. Was this why you kept glaring at him? My point is, just be on the lookout, okay? I'm so happy for you, but I also don't want you to destroy yourself over him. You're talking like I can take care of it myself. How many all-nighters did you pull up in that portfolio? Okay, Karen, you have my word. And tell him to mind the personal space, because if I ever see him in here again, I'll break his spine in two. Now, you are exaggerating. She reached for the cash puzzle left on her counter. Oh yeah, almost forgot to pay again. Give me a moment, I'll get my wallet. Yeah, this guy. Huh? Forget the wallet. He paid for your drink. He what? I doubt he will leave such a huge tip. This is the exact amount for his and your order. Well, that's awkward. Should I let him know maybe it was an accident? Oh, I'll give you an accident, alright. She placed the cash in the cash register before letting out a sluggish sigh, glancing at you. This just stays safe. You give her a reassuring smile. What is she so concerned about? Maybe it was quite surprising that it's been so friendly all of a sudden, and maybe you really caught his eye. Either way, he just gave you an opportunity you could only dream of. It's hard to believe that he meant it, but that would be quite unprofessional if he didn't. Grabbing your bag, you gave Karen a small wave before exiting the cafe. The walk back home was quiet. You kept thinking about the conversation and everything he told you. What an image for the city, offering you chance like this. Okay, Alice, focus. You can freak out by this at home. Walking up the stairs, you find yourself in front of your apartment. And now to find your keys. You start rummaging in your bag. You pause impatiently, searching for the cold metal. Could it be? No. Where can I find my keys? Do you leave them at home? Unbelievable. Just as you were about to text Kiwi, the apartment doors flies open. Your roommate looking at you like she has just seen a ghost, but realizing once she sees your face.
Jesus, you scammed me. Thought he was a landlord.
Why would it be a landlord? We paid everything on time.
I think we are late with the water bill though.
We are?
Can you send me for the old ass case here?
She practically pushed you inside before closing the door shut. I'm starting
a new job tomorrow, so I should be able to get it covered.
What is it this time? Food courier?
Actually, I got a gig in that theater on the other side of town, selling tickets and stuff. Pretty cool, right? Our jobs are kind of random, isn't that funny?
As long as it pays for our needs, sure. You brush off your attention immediately going to the script you securely have in your mind. You give it a swift pat, a small sigh of relief. Maybe a quick snack wouldn't hurt before diving into the project.
You get home and the first thing you do is work? I thought we left there weeks ago.
She peeks over your shoulder, looking at the folder in your bag. Got an interesting script to work on, or don't want to leave it for the next day when I have nothing better to do?
Can I at least take a look?
You zip up your bag, giving her that familiar glare. Nope. NDA. Nada.
Boring. Don't be such a knock, Alice.
The drag descended dramatically, sounding like such a nuisance. You understand whom you tolerate enough to talk with. You definitely do not want to tell her. You shouldn't. Not when things aren't even official yet.
I thought your roommate would give you some privilege.
So you want me to have the privilege of living like you, getting fired afterward? Not happening. You give her that signature deadpan look. Are you
sure?
I'm letting you know now. You are in slapping distance. You were half joking and she knew it. They back off, begrudgingly to your now annoyance, like a sibling who didn't get attention. You turn around once you are sure she's done with her shenanigans. Your focus shifting to the fridge, rummaging through in hopes of finding anything consumable that isn't Kiwi's pinnacle of gastronomy. There was little to no surprise when you realized your fridge was basically empty. Bro, Kiwi habiskan semua makanan, aside from a jar of pickles. You hate pickles. You shut the fridge with a groan, making your way to your room with a bag in your hands.
Not up for my special delicacy.
I would rather eat dirt, to be honest.
Do you want me to order anything? Now in your head, you are going to shut yourself in your room without eating again?
I honestly don't really mind.
I'm ordering pizza.
You didn't argue back. You were craving pizza after all. Okay, so we get our pizza tonight. Yeah! Actually, malam-malam pizza. Shutting the door behind you, the bag lands on your bed. You pace around the room for a little bit. Your brain still processes what kind of opportunity was just given to you. No time to waste. You unzip your bag and reach for the folder. Huh? Something slipped out the folder once you pick it up. What is that? 194.812.12204. The realization hits you like a thunderbolt. Is it because he wants to be in touch with the update of the project? Of course. So dia bagi nombor peribadi dia. Excitement flows through your body like crazy, and you catch yourself grinning like an idiot. You pick up the paper and open your phone. Mr. Puzzle, boss. Hello? I found your number in my bag. Ah, good to see my little trick work. I was wondering how it got there. Do you know? You could have just asked me, you know. This makes it more mysterious, doesn't it? Anyway, shoot me a message if you need any help. I will try to respond as soon as I can. Right. Thank you for this. So they're just smiling. I can see that grin from far away, bro. Why? Months later. Time went by in the blink of an eye. It feels like yesterday when they hired you, and here you are, head screenwriter to your own little project, with the help of Mr. Puzzle alongside you. You were working day and night to get this perfect, having wonderful people by your side to help you make it right. Budget wasn't big, obviously, but it was being made, and that's all that mattered. Big things start small, right? Okay, so kita dah start untuk buat project, and that's a wrap for today. It's what you have when you slump into your chair. The final scene of the day wrapped up shooting, and you were free to head home. The production was going smoothly, perfectly even, but no one prepared you for the amount of work you had to watch over and discuss with the team. The constant support and your own ambitions are pushing you through though. This role especially made for the bigger screen meant before becoming practically every other role. Your hands slip down your face as you wipe your brow before getting up. This will take some getting used to it. You close your laptop, simply packing it up in your bag before you exit your room. A thought from in your mind before you start walking down the empty hallway. You realize you didn't get to talk puzzle today. Well, outside of work hours, the two of you were spending most of the time together on the set. There wasn't much time for small talk, but you'd be lying if you hadn't admitted you've grown more comfortable with each other. Heck, you considered him as a friend of yours rather than your own boss. Spinning on your heels, you made your way to the other side of the studio to look for the TV man. It's a small chance he will be hanging around his office at this hour, so you proceed to start snooping around his department, picking in rooms in hopes to finding the guy, but you were not able to spot him anywhere at all. Just as you thought of going to check his office, you see a slumped figure sitting across the table in the cafeteria, his back facing the entrance. You tilt your head to the side, squinting to see what he's up to, but he seems to be just sitting there doing nothing. Okay, korang. So aku rasa ini saja untuk kali ni, untuk episod yang ni. Sebabnya aku rasa kita hold dulu. Okay, the progress sekarang is kita dapat. Okay, sekarang kita project kita dengan project kita yang kita rasa tak bagus tu, which Rabbit's Freak Show. And then TV Man dia nak buatkan benda ni macam movie lah. Dia bagi kita opportunity, but kita masih belum nampak lagi, kita masih belum boleh tengok lagi macam mana perjalanannya. So kalau korang nak tengok macam mana pengakhirannya, so jangan lupa tengok next video yang aku akan buat. So itu saja from Zeno out. Terima kasih.